Well, over 140 activists will face trial in Belarus after they were detained during an anti-government protest on Sunday. Witnesses say police used tear gas and beat activists as they tried to round up the latest silent demonstration marked only by clapping. RT's Alexei Yarashevsky reports.
Sunday marked the 20th Independence Day for Belarus, but the celebration turned sour with several demonstrations of the opposition dispersed by the police. We understand that there were several demonstrations all throughout the day, and all of them were dispersed by the authorities, sometimes using brutal force. Eyewitnesses say that the latest of those rallies in front of the central train station in Minsk was dispersed using tear gas against the crowd. We understand several journalists were detained but were later released by the authorities, and over 140 people remain in detention. This is, of course, not the first time something like that happens in Belarus. For the past several weeks, Belarus has got used to these kind of protests. These protests do not have a direct political connotation. People are organizing silent marches, and the only thing they do to voice their protest against the government's actions is clapping. Clearly, this is something new for Belarus. This form of protest was invented in the social networks on the internet, but the government is now trying to do everything to fight these protests. We understand that the protesters are demanding that one of Europe's longest-standing leaders, Alexander Lukashenko, must stand down. The crowd isn't happy with the government's actions in the latest financial crisis in Belarus. I'd like to remind to our viewers that over the past 2 months, Belarus has been plunged into a deep financial turmoil, with its currency devaluing almost twofold in the space of just several weeks. So the tension is clearly mounting in this post-Soviet state. We understand, according to several Belarusian bloggers, that protests might die down for another month, for 3 or 4 weeks or so, but in August they are expected to intensify again, and we'll of course be keeping track of all the details happening in this post-Soviet state.